So, do you know who the original
Yes.
Feldman?
Yes.
Do you, yes, Master. Do you know who the original social media visionary was? Do you know?
It wasn't Scoble.
It wasn't Scoble.
Gary V.
No, a little older. I mean,
Rogan.
how old Scoble? He's like
Scoble's
60s.
100 or something.
So okay, not as old, but it's a guy who was basically who wrote a text, the prophetic text, if you will, in 1960 something.
1960
Yeah,
something.
and
Who's this?
and his name is Theodor Geisel
Theodor Geisel.
or Ted Geisel.
I never heard of this Ted Geisel.
Well, you would have heard of him if I told you his name was Dr. Seuss.
That's a different story. Now we got a show.
Are you reading cue cards? Really? So he wrote a book called One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. And, I love the idea because to me, it actually represents a continuum. Paid media, earned media, owned media, and non-media. So paid media, we know what that is, life after the 30-second spot. There are a whole bunch of options to explore if you're going to be investing in paid media. You can buy a Facebook ad. We know earned media. That's the world of PR, but it's also word of mouth and buzz and a little bit of influencer outreach, maybe sponsored conversations, but ultimately the ability, through PR to earn that bonus impression. Always a little bit more credible, always a little bit more authentic. Then there's this world of owned media, and owned media kind of plays in two different little streams, if you will, to kind of go back to the concept of a fish. The one stream is us, Jaffe Juice TV. That's owned media. I own it. I'm the publisher. I'm the editor. I'm the VP of sales. So it's this idea of we are as consumers creating consumer-generated content in a sense. But it's also, if you think about it, owned media is, a website, a branded community. Anything that the brand can actually say, we're not renting space. We actually own this, lock, stock, and barrel. And then there's this concept of non-media. You know that I don't like the phrase social media. I think media is a very loaded word, and I think media is a swear word, medium, neither rare nor well done. So I think that we've got to realize that there are certain platforms, Facebook might be one, by the way, where people are connecting with other people, where human beings are engaging with other human beings, where real stuff is going on. That's not about impressions. That's not about cost per. That's not about ROI, and that's not about brands, where brands are actually not welcome. And I think it's important for us to remember wherever we exist on this continuum, and it's not one or the other, it's not an or, it's an and. Whether it's paid media, whether it's earned media, whether it's owned media, or whether it's non-media, where we stand. We can't play in all four buckets at the same time. So I want you to think about that next time when when you're kind of looking at that continuum and when you're figuring out exactly where you want to play, where you want to fish, so to speak. Jaffe@powered.com, @JaffeJuice on Twitter.
It's time to flip the funnel now. Pick up a copy of my new book, available wherever books are sold.